Here with my friend Lily. I know Lily from my sweet daughter Yazzie. They're very good friends, and Lily is here in Portland, Oregon, and she studies Chinese medicine. Hi, Lily.
Hi.
The reason I wanted to have her on Encouragement Kitchen is because Lily, would you describe yourself as a vegan or okay?
Yep, yep.
Okay.
Been a vegan for about 8 years now, and
Wow.
vegetarian for 12 before that. Yeah, so.
So 20 years.
Well, so I was vegetarian from when I was about 10. So, and then eventually became vegan. So, yeah. So, 12 years no meat, and then 8 years no dairy.
Wow.
Yeah.
So did you grow up like that? Was that something were you raised that way or
Not completely. We, like my parents, ate meat and dairy and everything. My mom kind of toyed with vegetarianism, but wasn't strict or anything. And then, so I knew about it and I knew that it was an option. And then when I was 10, I decided that I wanted to do it for real. So,
okay?
yeah.
Were you like the oddball in your family a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, for a while. And now my mom is pretty. She leans towards vegetarianism, and my sister is almost completely vegan now. Took her a little bit to do that, but now she's almost completely vegan. So it's catching on.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So, what was it when you were a 10-year-old little girl? You were probably just the cutest thing, as you still are. But, like, what was it that went
It was.
into that?
It definitely started first was because I realized it was an animal. It was like a living thing, and that completely freaked me out. And then after that, it kind of turned into more of a like, I felt better. And I mean, even when I was younger, I realized that I was just like feeling better. And then when I did eventually cut out dairy, then I really noticed a change. I just felt more energized and like lighter, and like could think more clearly. It just like a lot of things. My skin changed. It was very noticeable. Um,
Was it difficult?
no, not
Not too
really.
bad.
No, I mean people are always like, yeah, like how can you live without cheese? But I don't know. Cheese, milk always kind of gross me out, anyways. Cheese tastes great, can't deny that. But the vegan alternatives I think are pretty tasty. Um, and after this long, it's like I don't really even maybe like I think it tastes the same, and like I don't know, I could be wrong because I don't remember, but what you don't remember, you don't miss. So
Right. So, you're pretty used to it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It wasn't a hard change.
So, are a lot of the people that you study Chinese medicine with, do they also participate in veganism, or is it something that do you think it's on the fringe?
It's actually funny. I'm like one of the only vegans in my program,
Okay.
but a lot of people do the plant-based diet. So whether it's like a couple times a week, that it's like completely vegan or something like that, everyone kind of agrees that plant-based is a good way to go. And the people who do eat meat, it's always like it's grass-fed and free range, and it's like a good source and call it friendly meat. So
Mm-hmm.
they know where it came from. A lot of them buy it and like as a whole, animal, and will freeze it and
Okay,
like
so
keep it. Yeah,
Sharon.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. Which I think is a really good way to go about it. A couple of them are even like hunters and stuff, which I think
Mm-hmm.
is great. That's
Catching your own food,
yeah, that's a
not
good
buying
way
in
to
a
go about it.
styrofoam package in the
Right,
store or
exactly.
something like
Yeah,
that.
which is full of who knows what.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah,
So there's a lot of health, philosophic sort of aspects to your choice of eating the way that you do,
yeah.
making the food choices that you
Mhm.
do.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Do you feel like it changes your level of like mental? Is there a spiritual aspect to it? I guess is what I
Yeah,
want to say.
yeah. I definitely, I, I feel cleaner
Mm-hmm.
with the way that I eat, both physically, mentally, and spiritually. think it just is a nice feeling to know that there was no harm done in any of my meals. And then even, you know, like I like to garden and stuff like that, so growing the food and at least knowing where it's from, or like having a, you know, having a relationship with where your food came from, and you know, kind of how it came to be is a really nice feeling. Yeah.
Interesting. I love it. So, what would you say to a young person, maybe even 10, or maybe, you know, a young person who is having, you know, similar contemplations about how, you know, they want to change their food choices? Is there any encouragement that you could offer to someone?
Totally. I would say do your research, because, you know, it is important to get, you know, complete proteins, and like vitamins and minerals. I get my blood tested once a year to just make sure that my protein, iron, calcium, all my vitamins, everything's good. Also, I feel like there's a lot of people who think of vegan food as that, as vegan food, and I think it's a better outlook to just think of it as food. And it, you know, it tastes how it tastes. Usually it tastes very good. I would encourage people to look up, like, you know, brands that they feel good purchasing, and that they, you know, can kind of look forward to getting, because, you know, it's in a lot of parts of the country it's kind of hard to find vegan food, but out here in Portland it's like the mecca. Yeah, but I would say try new things, and ask around, because, you know, most people can give you some guidance and some recommendations for some really, really tasty things.
So, finding maybe your tribe or your
Yeah,
crew of
totally.
people who you
Yeah.
can make a community effort with, so
Yeah,
that you don't have to
absolutely.
feel so alone.
Yeah, no, because it's way easier
Yeah.
with support,
Yeah.
and someone to, you know, make a meal with, because it's so fun to cook with each other.
Just blurt out what your favorite meal that you like to cook. Give me, you know, in 10 words or less.
Oh, my favorite meal. I like zucchini pasta with a nutritional yeast and garlic kind of sauce on it with almond milk. It's super
That
tasty.
sounds so good.
Yeah, it's super good. And get like a hunk of bread in there too. You can
Dip,
yeah.
dip.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. With some Brussels sprouts too.
Ooh, that
Super
sounds so good.
Mhm.
Well, thank you, Lily.
Totally.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.